Hello everyone. Welcome again. Today's video is about Mag and one of the best weapons to use with her Magnetize ability. I'm not talking about Sakura Penta, Lanka, Exorgus, Torrent and any other widely known primary or secondary weapons to use with her Magnetize bubble. I'm using Mutalist Cernos as her primary weapon, and yes, it has been great since long time ago, but very few players have been using it, probably because Mag and Mutalist Cernos is unpopular for many players. So, without further ado, let's see my build for the solo Steel Path Void MOT survival mission. The build is focused on balanced high energy efficiency with decent duration, a bit power strength and survivability. Unranked combat discipline to activate Arcane Avenger on enemy kill. Also I put 5 Vigilante mod sets in my Exilus slot and Sentinel weapon to further boost critical chance, although my primary weapon has very low base critical chance. This combo works perfectly to reach orange crits sometimes. Arcane Rage for additional 180% primary weapon damage, and don't worry, it'll always active if you're using Magnetize bubble and hit the enemy inside it. It's highly recommended to use natural talent on Mag to cast her ability, restore shield, and CC the enemy fast. Also, rolling guard for additional survival capability, especially if you had /proc while facing very high level enemies, which can kill you instantly in next 1 second after all of your shield are gone. Her 2 augment, Magnetize discharge for more plus 45% Magnetize range and counter pulse to add more crowd control and help decrease enemy armor. As usual, I'm using Jin as my companion for this survival setup. With the recent update, now our companion can also have shield gating mechanics, which is great, and with Mag, she can restore companion shield quickly with her abilities, so our sentinels can stay alive longer in long endurance missions. For its weapon in this video, I'm using Cryotra to proc corrosive status and help me reduce enemy armor without swapping to the secondary weapon anymore. But I think you should use Hellstrom instead to get the AoE damage, so multiple enemies will also get the status in the Magnetize bubble. For Mag casual gameplay, you can tweak this build as you see fit, but just make sure it can reach above 100% status chance and has a base elemental damage like viral heat and viral electricity. Also, you don't need punch-through mods for this weapon. For example, you can put hammer shot, heavy caliber, primed cryo rounds, continuous misery, Bane mods, critical damage mods, or even hunter munitions. Don't worry about critical chance, because we have Arcane Avenger and Vigilante mod sets equipped. Although this weapon has IPS damage, it is hardly to proc 1/status, even this thing has huge status chance and damage over time. It will mostly force proc toxin damage and other elemental damage, so using hunter munitions is still recommended, especially if you against heavily armored enemy units. But for long endurance mission, I suggest to put more status duration for huge Magnetize explosion damage. But remember, this build is optimized for Magnetize bubble and may not suitable for any other frames. To be honest, you don't need to use secondary weapon. In my experience, just using primary is good enough to kill most enemies, even the heavily armored units, as long your sentinels exist and do his job. Unless you're using gas build in your primary weapon, so you can still proc viral status in your secondary weapon and corrosive status in your sentinel weapon. But you still need auger mod to gain a little bit of shield when you get hit, especially after the Magnetize bubble popped and scattering enemy bullets to you. And for the melee weapon, just use gunblade like Strafa to help you shatter glassed enemies fast, because it can be really annoying sometimes. I like to build my frames with high efficiency rather than huge energy pool, especially if we're going to cast lots of ability like Mag. So, for the operator setup, I'm using Zenuric Focus School to regain energy using Energizing Dash, and for the operator arcane just use Healing Arcane like Magus Elevate or Magus Repair to regain lost health because of Combat Discipline Aura mod, also Magus Lockdown for extra CC capability. Those arcane were optional, not necessary, and you can still use Health Pad to heal yourself and your companion. So that's it, I hope you enjoy it and thanks for watching. See you next time.